Hi, it's Miles Red Songbird, the Michelle Birdsong in New York City. You're looking at a picture of the sun. I took the picture myself about a month ago. I am an ET, or I was an ET when I first came to this planet, and because I was the daughter of the sun, and I'm using his DNA, his light, to bring news to you tonight. For those who are critics of Einstein, just check out my body of work on YouTube at Miles Red Birdsong channel. You'll see no dum-dum could have done this amount of work alone and figured out these many problems, answers to the problems, unless they were of Einstein's mental capacity. Einstein is a projection of the sun, the light of the world, and I'm a projection of Einstein. Video. I'm watching a new Department of Justice cover-up of Clinton Foundation crime just leaked. I think that's the name of the video. Clinton Foundation crime cover-up of Clinton Foundation crimes just leaked as a Black Conservative Patriot channel. Another video, important video. President Trump participates in a reception for Black History Month. This is at the Breitbart News channel. Remember Andrew Breitbart? What a hero. He was a martyr, one of our martyrs, like Jesus Christ. There's Jesus Christ. 21st century form of Jesus Christ, and that's the daughter of the sun, Eve Evangeline Einstein, and Jesus Christ is the son of the sun. Okay, and this the sun. This Trump's message from the battlefield. I took our money back, is what he said. And it's at this channel. Note, the third eye watching over us is the sun. When I watch him, when I look at him, when I commune with him, I can see that he's an eye. He can talk, and he can listen, and he's an eye, and he's all-powerful. Amazing. He's amazing. Okay, this video says Thursday, February 21st, Jesse was right about Jussie Savage, the trigger versus Maxine. I didn't really watch that video. I like the title of it, but when I started watching it, the guy was just reading news and it wasn't talking about, I had more pressing things to do, but you can check it out. I'm just saying I can't really vouch for it all the way, but this one I can. This is the most important video in the world. Global 5G Wi-Fi. You won't believe what they now have planned for humanity. And this is at the Press for Truth channel. And this is the most critical video on YouTube. This has to do with saving our own lives. This is why Gurinder Singh, Jesus Christ, said it's time now to take life seriously. Because these people are trying to mess us up royally. I took some notes. It said, reevaluate self-identity, technology, sub-reality. The body is an energetic, holographic state of consciousness. Expanded band of consciousness. The body is the expression of the mind. Our state of perception dictates everything. What we believe is the power of the mind. The world is a projection of human perception. They don't want us to know the cause and effect between perception and experience. Now, I'm reading you notes, but I recommend you watch the video in its entirety because he explains these talking points I'm highlighting here. If you change your perception, that's what Wayne Dyer used to say, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Isn't that what he used to say? Yeah. If you change your perception, you move beyond the frequency prison. You start to see things others don't see, and they call you mad. Yeah, that's what I go through, because I see the energy of people. I can tell some of their past lives for some people. Anne, D for daughter, and daughter. Angel, Eve Angeline, Evangeline, beyond space and time. The daughter of the sun. This is daughter of the sun. It's about tapping into higher frequencies beyond the programming. This 5G is pushing us more and more within a simulation. There is a simulation that we decode as reality. Look at virtual reality games. You put the audio on the headset on your ears. The computer is hacking into your senses. Isn't that creepy? Our information processing system is our decoding process. Suddenly, this world disappears, and another one appears, called the computer game. Girl am energy. Girl am me. That's me. This is giving a message, identifying me. You watch people with their headsets on as they play these computer games, and they're reacting as though the whole thing is real. And to them, it is. I digress. My people shall be destroyed for lack of knowledge. The brain doesn't know if it's real or not, talking about the computer game. It's just processing information. Processing decoded. Present her, R for her, order. See energy, sun, sing, information. The son of the sun, Gurinder Singh, sings. He was Ray Charles. No, that was Michael Bublé was Ray Charles. He was Louis Armstrong. He was Luther Vandross. I'm talking about Gurinder Singh now. He was Barry White. Projected Michael Bolton. He was did I say Luther Vandross? He was Ricky Nelson. He was Dean Martin. He was, I have a whole list of the rock stars he was, but the son of the sun definitely sings. Leading me on, it's just leading me on beyond Elon, Noam, Hizam, Mafam, Macham, Alam, bell rings of thee I sing, zing with the strings of my heart. I think Dean Martin sang that song, which is Gurinder Singh as Dean Martin. He has the greatest voice when he talks to me in my ear, and he says, "Sister," I can't imitate him. Robin's good at imitating voices, but anyway, he has the greatest speaking voice, and of course, he was Nat King Cole, so you listen to the singing voice. It was absolutely mesmerizing. So, Ike, this is David Ike talking on this video. This simulation is an information source which is overriding what is normally our reality. You hear that? That's serious. And it's giving us a fake reality. Just like what happens when you play a virtual reality game. If you're playing a virtual reality game and all your senses are processing that, if you haven't got a radar beyond it, then that information that is presented to you is completely controlled by your sense of reality. You don't know anything else. You only know the game. Jordan Peterson talks about life as games. You've got no filter. You've got no way of putting into perspective what it is. Edwin Birdsong album. I did the lyrics for that. Check it out. You're actually experiencing, of which you've got no way of putting into perspective what it is you're actually experiencing, of which I provided much of the information for the Edwin Birdsong album, what it is. But you're playing a game, talking about the virtual reality game. You know there's an out there when you take the headset off. It's just a game. What's happened to this world is it's become so all-encompassing, so all-enveloping in terms of people's perceptions that humanity has lost the understanding that there are other worlds beyond this one. Okay, so Govinda Singh said, no, there's only one world, but there are other status quos beyond this one. That's what he's talking about. And thus they become mesmerized by this status quo and easily controlled by it. Jesus Christ, Govinda Singh said, by worlds he means the status quo. There is but one world. Babaji, you teach ultimate truth. Babaji is Govinda Singh. That's just what we call him. Okay, although others, there are many status quos. New York, yes, Y-E-S. My status quo is New York. This is my reality. Quotients. Queen orders tie. Enter, talk and share. Okay, so I would be the queen of the universe. I think you're talking about me, although I'm an emperor. They call me the empress of the universe now. Orders tie, enter, talk and share. Okay, I have a tie to talk and share because talk and share makes you aware. And that's the antidote to 5G, to be aware, self-aware, to find yourself within what you are experiencing. Experiencing energy unknown, personally, eye-sexing entrance into greater girl garden, greater girl garden, or greater guy god. Garden, Kardashian, ear smashing in one, far out clashing hopes, crashing, old truth bashing, knowledge takes a lashing, reinventing passions. This is why they have to keep people asleep. This is why it's been well understood for some time that this world is not solid. This world is an illusion. World decoded. Breasts order, real data is real, feel life. Will I feel energy? L for will, I for I, F for feel, E for energy. Life is I will feel energy. Wife, breast, I, nipple, feel energy. I, breast, nipple, feel energy. The Big Dipper, the Small Dipper, the infant's talk and share mouth is a zipper. When you think about the infant putting the mouth on the nipple, it's like a zipper. Right. So the world's illusion. Quantum physics has known this for a long time, that the world is not solid, but you don't see this shown in the newspaper articles. You don't see many television programs about it because they need us to continue to believe in this world status quo of solidity, of limitation, because that puts us into a situation where we can easily be manipulated and led like sheep. Once you realize what the status quo program is, an illusion, a hoax, just another version of a virtual reality game, 1st and 20th century Jesus Christ Charan Singh knew this. He told me this, that what we were experiencing is an illusion. In 1979, he told me this. He told his disciples this. I was a disciple in India. Recently, Gurinder Singh, the 21st century form of Jesus Christ. And you wonder how that happened, because I saw Charan Singh, the 20th century form of Jesus Christ, get into Gurinder Singh. He eased into him, and that made Gurinder Singh become Jesus Christ. Now, that's what love is, becoming another person. He loved, Gurinder Singh was his nephew, and he loved him. And before he left his body, he gave it to Gurinder Singh. Now his other body is in me. Charan Singh's body is in me, in my womb. Gonna be my baby. Okay, so it's very supernatural. You see, we did an album, that album right there, it's called Supernatural. And I don't know if that pulled supernatural happenings into our lives, but I'm experiencing supernaturalness. So, recently, Gurinder Singh, 21st century form of Jesus Christ, Robin Birdsong. This is Robin Birdsong. She's my daughter. Okay, now I know her past lives. She was Queen Victoria. She was Michelangelo. She was Galileo. She was a lot of people. Great people. St. Francis of Assisi. So this is where I live, St. Francis of Assisi, and she came here, and people were so honored to have her here. They didn't all know that she was St. Francis, but they knew that something about her vibration made them feel special. And that's because St. Francis was gracing our presence with her presence. So Robin's uncle, Gurinder Singh, told her to, because he's my brother, you see, because I'm the daughter of the sun and he's the son of the sun. Remember I told you that. So he told her to stop letting herself be programmed. Present her order. Grandma, Rama, Krishna, and me daughter. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Oh, I love that. So apparently I was Krishna. Just discovered that here. That Edwin Birdsong sings this at the end of the song, God's Home. Now that's on the album What It Is. It's amazing how relevant our albums are suddenly becoming. These albums came out in the 70s, but the people in charge, the gatekeepers, smushed it down like Stevie Wonder. They kept it from the masses, but now it's coming. They're coming out. So Edwin sang this on God's Home, the home I wrote about. The area. Where am I? The ocean of bliss. It's been locked up now as dupes failed the test. All they had to do, this is Gurinder Singh's disciples, was in North Carolina last year in April, was show love to recent homeless friend of 40 years. But they ran away, even though they knew the thing about what you do to the least of me, you do to me. So a homeless person is like a least of you, but they ran away back down to the vermin level, where they acted out being rats and abandoned the ship, friendship, and left her, Gurinder Singh's wife and sister, thinking she was alone, except for her guru, Gurinder Singh. Because she never lost faith in the guru, he was able to join her to him in marriage, and in conjugation they made a baby after their what? Eyes met. The Einstein, her, won not because of how much Einstein knew, but because of how much Einstein, she, Evangeline, same person, loved. Watch a video that infuses me with awe. It's called Nature Boy, and it's sung by Gurinder Singh when he was Nat King Cole. I listened to it twice today. And Adam, Michael Bublé, has been singing to me in my ear forever now. It just makes me feel so happy to hear him sing that. Adam, be reassured. Eve East Coast Saints talk and share. That's Robin, and Mom are the East Coast Saints. Robin was born in New York, although she lives in the UK, and she's a UK saint as well. She has dual citizenship. But she's not really a citizen of the UK yet. She's just doing postgraduate studies there. There is order in this universe, layers and layers of consciousness. Players. Present will. Adam enters Eve, reasoning, seasoning, and otherwise bland status quo. Bobby Blue Bland. Baba babies. My grandbabies. I took to see the Blue Man Group, an Astor Place. Blue, be Will and daughter. Oh, that's Bland. B, L for Will, A N for Ann, D for daughter. Be Will and daughter of the sun. Took her grandbaby Seth and them to see the Blue Man Group. I think I wanted to take them. I don't think I took them just yet. I want to take them. I went to see them when I was at the shelter, 350 Lafayette, the women's shelter. But that's not there anymore. They moved to Brooklyn because they couldn't afford the high rent in NoHo. Will Smith came down there the week before I moved there, and they have pictures of him with the group on a bicycle. Will Smith was my son Seth in the Garden of Eden. Okay, I know I'm giving you a lot of information, but you can listen to this video more than once to pick and then make notes. That's what I do when people give me a lot of information. Michael Bublé once Adam, the first ape, once asked, "Is this all there is?" I say there's more. Your Madam Eve is a projection of Evangeline Einstein, the projection of the sun, the source of creativity. See her energy at I-sex in pleasure. I-sex is pleasure. Invite. Pleasure beyond, treasure beyond measure. Charan Singh's book was called Treasure Beyond Measure. Okay. Like I said, he's in my womb. I think he's going to be born as a Pisces with his twin, Evelyn Jones. Advice from Ike. David Icke, however you say his name. There are a few people at the core, this is what Ike is saying, who are rolling this out, meaning G5. And there are 7.5 billion people who are going to be affected by all of this in the status quo of the 5 senses. We have to kick up a fuss about it. 5G, may we can see how strong we're going to have to be. You can do what comes naturally. I believe in you, sings Adam. Michael Bublé. I just want you to know some things as you grow. You are loved, body, mind, and soul. I believe in you, written by Sing Birdsong and the Michelle Birdsong. Alert as many people, this is the advice David Icke is giving. Alert as many people as you know about this, despite the fact that independent scientists have come out and said this. This is a biological experiment on humanity. Humanity. Heaven, you, ma, and man, I-sex, tie. Trained I, Where's Waldo. Eve was Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said, "There is beauty in every real moment." Pearls, Eve said, Fritz Perls was a German psychiatrist, said, reality is being in touch in the moment, not being in touch with simulation, with acting out a way of being you think you suppose is true. Believing you're being you is best experiencing. The best experiencing being you. Be Einstein, girl. Be your true self in this world. The world of honesty, the world of creativity, of being free to be loving. Now that's the real world, not the simulation world. Talking to you helps you get to the real world. All of a sudden, talking share is becoming important too. You don't see any stories in the media, says David Icke, about 5G because we're not meant to know about it. On a practical level, he says people need to get involved about it. Oh, I gotta go. It's 30 minutes already. Okay, this is Miles Red Songbird, the Michelle Birdsong in New York. I will do a part 2, and we can get you some more information about 5G. This thing's gonna mess us up big time if we don't stop it. Okay, so I'll talk to you on the next video.